Welcome to Krazee J's Fireside Chat. Today, I have something exciting for you. This is my very first interview of somebody who also does interviews. So I thought this would be really cool for him to maybe assist me along by answering questions, and you can get to know him better. We know him as the Spicy Juggalo. So at this point, I am going to bring the Spicy Juggalo in. Hello, welcome, Spicy Juggalo.
Whoop, whoop. What's up?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Yourself?
I'm well. I'm doing very well. First of all, I want to thank you for getting this opportunity to do an interview with you. I think it's awesome because I know that you as well do interviews, and I think it's really cool to be my first interview.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of everything. Life is a circle.
Yes, if I mess up, it's your fault.
Absolutely. Yeah, the interview is only as good as the interviewee.
Yes, absolutely. So you are known as the Spicy Juggalo. If you wish, you can, but you don't have to. Maybe tell us a little bit about yourself, whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Okay. I've been a juggalo first, of course, since 1997. So that's been a long time being a juggalo, and now I'm considered what's called an OG juggalo. And a lot of the new stuff ICP and them put out is just beyond me these days. It's for the younger kids and stuff. So I'm a grumpy old juggalo now. So I had to find something else to get into during this pandemic and whatnot, and especially since I was having back issues. So two things that interested me. I started liking spicy foods and peppers from guys at work that were making jellies and all this weird stuff. And I started that. Then I also started learning guitar for some stupid reason. I always had this pipe dream I could play guitar. I had to put that on pause because of money, but I kept going with the pepper stuff. So now you put peppers and a juggalo together, you get Spicy Juggalo.
Outstanding. That actually answers my very next question. So awesome. Going in the right direction. So would you say in the spice world, you're fairly new, right? Within a year, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I am as well. I'm recent as well. So this is really cool for me. What would you say your expertise or best skill in the spicy world is? Is it growing, challenges, informational, tinctures, sauces, other things? What would you say your expertise or skill is?
I like to consider myself a pretty darn good cook.
Nice.
And I started growing from plants last year. This year I'm growing from seed. So we'll see how good I am. But my wife has been a tremendous help. Melissa has basically babied the plants for me.
Yes.
And so we'll see how that all turns out. But really, what really got me wanting to keep going was I grew ghost peppers and jalapenos first. And I used the ghost peppers to make my very first salsa, which was pineapple mango ghost pepper salsa.
That sounds good.
It was such a big hit with strangers, people that I met, that people were coming to work on my house, people from work and things like this. And they loved it so much. They were asking me for recipes, offering to pay me for jars of it and stuff. And I was just like, I'm honest now I need to expand. Now I need to get into this more.
Outstanding. Awesome. So you said from last year you started growing. What actually sparked your interest? Like you said, just a hobby. That's really what kind of got you started.
Yeah, when I heard guys at work, they grew maybe one plant of something, and they would bring something to work, and I was just like, you know what? I don't like that these guys are, getting everybody to try their stuff, and they think they're the hot, And I was just like, I could do better. And I kind of like this hot stuff. So I was like, let me buy some Bonnie plants to start out. Got the jalapenos, got the ghost peppers. And then sure enough, I was kicking everybody's ace with the stuff I was making. So yeah, just going from there.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Um, so you got into growing. What would you say? How many plants do you tend to on a regular basis?
Oh, well, first year was just simply full. Two goats, two jalapeno. This year is crazy. I can't even remember all the stuff that I'm growing. I'm thinking I've got around maybe 20 pepper plants and about eight tomato plants.
Awesome.
And the pepper plants range from KSLS, Madame Jeanette, Ghost Pepper, Carolina Reaper, Chocolate Reaper, Jay's Peach Scorpion, um, Death Spiral. There are a few others I'm probably forgetting.
Awesome. Would you say it's costly or fairly inexpensive to be a grower?
It's fairly inexpensive. It depends on like what level you want to grow at.
Sure,
So,
I can imagine.
starting off, just a few plants, fairly inexpensive. You can go to Dollar Tree and get some pots. You can get some potting soil from Walmart pretty cheap, and the seeds or the half-grown plants, like the little 6-inch body plants, fairly cheap. Now, if you want to do a big operation, like some of these guys do, you're investing lots of money, but you're going to make a lot of products from it. Now, what I'm doing is a small, still a small operation. I mean, we're talking about 20 to 30 plants. The most expensive part of that for me was buying the wood and the soil mix. To actually put these together. As we all know, wood is really freaking
Oh,
expensive for some stupid reason
outrageous
right
right
now. Fucking crazy.
now.
It's crazy.
Awesome. So, I know that super hots take a long time to ripen and be ready to pick. How do you know when the chilies are ripe? How do you know when they're
Uh,
ready to be picked?
Basically, I kind of looked at their phenotypes online to see when I thought they were ready. And the interesting thing about jalapenos, right? So, jalapenos, everybody knows them as green, right? But from what I understand, they're not really truly ripe until they're red.
I've actually
So
heard that as well. Yes.
initially, I was picking them at green, but then I let them sit longer, some of them anyway, until they were red, and it made a difference in flavor and heat. But I still generally pick those at green. But the ghosts, I knew they were red ghosts, so I had to wait for the ghosts to become red. And at that point, when they're bright red like this, and that's when I was like, snip, snip, put these in the dehydrator right now.
So, I know the answer to this question, but for other people that may not, have you taken on any spicy challenges? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
A few. I've done some like non-official cap gun challenges to start to wet my feet a little bit, if you would.
Sure.
And then I did a serious cat gun, the actual cat gun challenge from League of Fire. That really burned my butt, something awful, but it was fun. I actually enjoyed the flavor of it and everything. I just did the Packy one chip the other day. God awful flavor. Now the Psycho Bears, that's a whole another world of hate and discontent. It was
Absolutely.
fine, but dude, that seriously wrecked my stomach. So I'm gonna take it easy on the challenges for a bit. I'll do a few here and there. I've got some lined up. I've still got some in the kitchen ready for me to go. But it takes some guts after that Psycho Bear, man.
Yes. It definitely makes you question whether you're ready to do that again or put
Yeah.
yourself through that again. That's for sure.
Yes.
All right. So I appreciate that part. Now, my next question is, if animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
Rudest animal?
Yes.
Hmm. I don't know because I have so many animals. I think like fish might be the rudest,
I
and
like
the
that.
reason is they have a short memory, or so we think they do. So they wouldn't even remember cussing you out.
I
They'd be
like
like,
that.
"Oh, you walk by the tank and you ain't gonna feed me? Well, go yourself." And then like 2 seconds later, when you walk back by, they're like, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
Yeah,
And,
like
and then
Dory.
you go feed them again. They're like, "Hey, go you, buddy."
Yeah, like Dory.
Yeah.
What is the most ridiculous fact that you know, if you have any?
Most ridiculous fact that I am a 41-year-old man with the mind of a 19-year-old.
Let's see. Is a hot dog truly a sandwich?
Heck no, man. Hot dog's a hot dog. I
Right.
mean, you can make a sandwich, but it's got to be two separate pieces of bread, in my opinion. You know, I wouldn't even consider a Philly cheesesteak a sandwich because it's one bun. You know, it's got to be separate. That's just my feeling on
it. Nice. All right. What is your feeling about pineapple on pizza?
Absolutely. If I had
Yeah.
my way every dang time. Now,
Yes.
grilled is even better. Now, if you're a superhero in cooking, then you will grill your pizza and you'll grill pineapple on the side, toss it on top. Yeah, I mean, pineapple, I can put pineapple on almost anything, even on a bagel. Pineapple on a bagel. Man, let me tell you, pineapple.
Nice. I like it. One more here, and then you get to determine your own fate.
Yes.
Let's see. If someone asked to be your apprentice and learn all that you know, what would you teach them?
The skilled arts of Kung Fu.
Nice.
And then time travel. And then how to rule the world.
Awesome. I like that. All right. So now
because I
you
can't.
get to determine your own fate here in this segment. You get to choose 5 options from just 5 numbers, random from 1 to 200.
5 random numbers.
5 random numbers from 1 to 200.
1, 7, 17, 23, 81.
All right. So these questions, I haven't previewed them. So if they get goofy or they're political or anything crazy, I'll just move on and ask you another question.
Sounds good.
Okay. First question, your choice was, would you rather see what was behind every closed door or be able to guess the combination of every safe on the first try?
I'd like to see behind every closed door.
All right, let's see. Would you rather have edible spaghetti hair that regrows every night or sweat maple syrup?
Well, the sweating maple syrup would be kind of gross because, I mean, that's all summer long. For a fat kid like me, that might be all winter long. So I'd prefer growing the pasta hair because at least I can put that to good use. And, you know, people wouldn't be so disgusted by that.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather have super sensitive taste or super sensitive hearing?
Super sensitive hearing. I've always been a little paranoid about people. So if I could hear the whispers and stuff, I don't know, that could be kind of cool.
Would you rather be a reverse centaur or a reverse merman?
Oh man, that's horse face man butt or fish face man butt. Yeah, man, I'd have to go with the reverse centaur, I guess, because you know, chicks love horses, right? So they're gonna always be petting your head and stuff. You know, nobody's gonna pet a fish head.
Right.
You might get caught and stuff and eaten for some stupid reason. Nobody's just gonna eat a half horse, but if they pull you up in their fishing net or fishing hook, and they pull you up, they might just be like, well, if we cut the bottom half off, that's still a bunch of fish.
And the last one, would you rather know all the mysteries of the universe or know every outcome of every choice you ever make?
Mysteries of the universe, for
Of
sure.
course.
I mean, those questions plague me constantly. And because of my belief system, I'm not sure we'll ever know. So it'd be kind of cool to kind of get all those answers wrapped up in a little ball, and then stuff, and then maybe you can make money off that. Yeah, I always think about the money aspect too. So
Sure, I like it. So this is your opportunity. If you have any questions for me, you may ask, or if you have something you would like to add.
Well, this has been quite interesting for me because the only time I've ever been like actually interviewed more than a couple questions or something. I was interviewed a long time ago with my wife for the local newspaper. And that was because being juggalos. And there was like, I think at the time, an ICP concert coming or something. And they decided to do a story and they asked for people's input. So uh, we got with the newspaper. We went to the newspaper one day. They invited us there, and we did an interview about what it's like to be juggalos and what it means and stuff. And we actually did a photo shoot, and it was super sweet. And we had another girl with us there that day. She also got invited, so it was like three of us. And they gave my wife and I this really cool little photo session, and we got to do a little smoochy poo kiss with our faces painted and everything, and it
Nice.
made the newspaper. And the next day I went to work, and everybody's giving me all this crap about it, and they're like, "That's you, isn't it?" They're like, "Yes, it's me," and they hung it up at work and stuff, and they're like, "God, you're a freak." I'm
Love
just like, well, if you didn't know, now you know, sucker.
it. Awesome. Awesome. Well, if you don't have anything else for me, I don't really have anything else for you.
Well,
But
pretty soon you're gonna get on my table, so I'll bring it all then.
Yeah,
Right now
for
I'm on
sure.
your not maybe table. I don't know. I'm on your something. I'm on but you'll be on my table. Yeah, and I get the saw blade out. Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
gloves and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. And
Piece by piece.
back there, and might have to add to that.
Awesome. Well, I do thank you for your time. And I know this was kind of last minute, but I definitely appreciate it. I think you are fantastic. You're one of my inspirations in this group. And I wanted to do interviews, and watching yours kind of helped spark getting these kicked off. So I definitely appreciate you, and I appreciate all that you bring to the table. So thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, and keep trying it, keep doing more interviews and stuff, man. There's never a shortage of people needing to be entertained. Everybody needs to be entertained.
Yes,
So
for
do
sure.
your thing, have fun doing it. Don't be afraid of awkwardness or anything like that, because we all go through that. We all have weird interviews sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just the way it plays out. Mine might get a little too weird sometimes, but have fun with it. This was a great start. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
man.
Thank you.
Whoop,
Awesome.
whoop.
All right, man. We'll see you. Thank you so much.
No problem, bro.
All right. So that was an interview with a spicy juggalo. Can't get any more entertaining than that. This guy is funny. He's awesome. Good person to know. But I want to say this kind of wraps up my segment here. Therefore, this ends my time here. But my time with you will never end. And please, always stay crazy.